Hi there, my name is Kieran. I am an environmental studies and chemistry major here at Reed College. I'm also an overnight host, and so in a typical non-COVID year, I would host prospective students in the other side of my dorm room and tell y'all about what Reed is like. This time we're going to do it virtually with a tour of the rugby and soccer fields, which right now are covered in geese, which is a constant problem here, especially in February. I am also a member of the ACS chapter here at Reed, which is great. We put on a bunch of different events, and so I'm really involved in that side of the community. I used to work in the canyon, which I'll show you briefly as well. But yeah, welcome. This is our rugby field, so that's one end. That over there is actually Steel Street. It runs up along this entire side of campus. There are a bunch of apartments and houses along the other side of the street. We'll get closer a little bit later. But I'm just going to give you a big pan of the field. So here's one side of the rugby field. It pans all the way. You can see the hill of downtown over there, which is absolutely stunning when it's sunny and there's a sunset. Here is the back of our Trillium dorm, which is the newest dorm on campus, and here's the other end. The other end also backs up against the canyon. The canyon is a great place on campus. There's a bunch of trails that's about like 26 acres long, but there's another video about that. Yes, please don't chase me, geese. Here is the bench for the rugby field. When there are typical rugby games, they have put up tents and they do some grilling, and it's a really actually great weekend event. But it's a huge event when there's ever a rugby game. Rugby is one of our biggest teams on at Reed, and so it gets a lot of support on the weekends. But rugby uses this field. Ultimate Frisbee uses this field. I've played kickball here during Ren Fair, which was great. The ultimate team also, last semester they did disc golf, and so we actually have some like disc golf equipment in this bunker here, which can be set up all over the field as well. And from the bunker, which is up there, we are going to go back up the hill a little bit. Now I'm on the soccer field. It is great. Here's the expanse. As I mentioned before, there are two dorms that kind of are alongside the rugby field, which is down there now, and I am standing on the soccer field. There's Steel Street, as I mentioned before, and then one end of the field is over there. Those trees that don't have any leaves on them right now are absolutely beautiful in the spring and fall, especially when they're falling, when all the leaves are falling. They're like all different kinds of oranges and reds, and it is absolutely one of my favorite places on campus during the sunset. And the sunset's over here right behind that tree, that big tree, and then you can see downtown from up here. There is a trail that kind of goes around the soccer field here and around the one set of bleachers that we have. It goes all the way around the soccer field and then back down to where I was with all of the geese before, over there. And it goes around the soccer field. It's basically kind of like a track. There are a bunch of students that I've seen running around on that track before. And there are a bunch of students that also use the canyon, which is over on that side, to go for runs and such. Yeah, thanks for coming on this tour. Feel free to send me any questions and write a Reedie.